As an astronaut with NASA, I have always been drawn to the mysteries of the universe. My missions have taken me to some of the most awe-inspiring places in space, but nothing could prepare me for the discovery we made during our latest expedition to the moon. What started as a standard research mission rapidly turned into a harrowing journey into the unknown one that would lead us to uncover an ancient secret that had been hidden for eons. The objective of our mission was straightforward: to study lunar geology and gather samples from unexplored regions of the moon's surface. However, while conducting our routine scans, we detected a highly unusual energy signature emanating from a crater in a remote area. Intrigued, we decided to investigate further, unaware of the chilling revelations that awaited us. As we descended into the crater, we found a structure that appeared to be partially buried beneath the lunar regolith. It was a large, dark monolith, exuding a sense of foreboding that sent shivers down my spine. The surface was smooth and featureless, yet it pulsed with an energy that seemed almost alive. "Commander, I don't like this," my crewmate, Dr. Sarah Mitchell, said, her voice tinged with apprehension. "We should proceed with caution. There's something off about this place." I nodded, feeling the weight of her words. Yet our curiosity compelled us to get closer. As we examined the structure, we discovered ancient symbols etched into the surface, markings that seemed to tell a story of an ancient god imprisoned within the dark matter. The moment we activated our equipment to analyze the structure, a surge of energy erupted. The ground trembled beneath our feet, and a blinding light enveloped us. I felt an overwhelming sense of dread as I realized we were not just dealing with a piece of technology. We had stumbled upon a prison of dark matter, a remnant of something far beyond our comprehension. As the light faded and the tremors subsided, we stood in shock, our hearts racing with a mix of fear and awe. The realization of what lay before us began to sink in. This was no ordinary find. We had uncovered something ancient and powerful, an entity that had been trapped for centuries, perhaps millennia. Dr. Mitchell, with her extensive background in astrophysics, was the first to regain her composure. "We need to document everything," she urged, her voice steady but filled with urgency. "This could be a scientific breakthrough beyond our wildest dreams." I nodded, recognizing that this discovery could potentially redefine our understanding of the universe. Yet, as we began to set up our equipment, a sense of foreboding crept in. The energy emanating from the structure felt almost sentient, as if it were aware of our presence. The air was thick with tension as we worked, each of us acutely aware that we were standing on the precipice of something monumental. A sense of camaraderie formed between my crewmates and me. We were in this together, bound by the thrill of discovery and the fear of the unknown. As we gathered data, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched. Each time I glanced at the structure, I felt a pull, a beckoning to delve deeper into its secrets. But what if those secrets were too dangerous to uncover? What if we were awakening something that should have remained undisturbed? As we delved deeper into the mysteries surrounding the black box we had discovered on the moon, the conflict intensified. The fear and confusion among my team were palpable as the implications of our findings began to sink in. Dr. Elaine Carter, who had been a calm voice of reason, was now visibly shaken. What if this box contains something we're not equipped to handle? She asked, her eyes darting nervously around the lab. "Whatever it is, we need to analyze it carefully," I replied, trying to reassure her. "We can't ignore what we've found." This could be groundbreaking, but I felt the weight of her concerns. The unknown was a daunting adversary. As we set up our equipment to begin analyzing the box, strange occurrences began to unfold. The lab's lights flickered intermittently, and equipment malfunctioned at the most inconvenient times. Jake, our engineer, was particularly troubled. "This is weird," he muttered as he recalibrated the instruments. "It's like the box is emitting some kind of interference." We gathered around the black box, its surface cold and unyielding. The faint hum it emitted seemed to pulse in sync with our heartbeats, creating an unsettling rhythm. I placed my hand on its surface, and a jolt of energy surged through me, causing me to pull back in shock. "Did anyone else feel that?" I asked, glancing at my team. They exchanged worried glances, but no one spoke. As we continued our analysis, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched. The sensation was unsettling, heightening my anxiety. I began to hear whispers in my mind, indistinct yet persistent, as if the box was trying to communicate with me. "What's happening?" Mia, our astrobiologist, asked, her brow furrowed. "I don't know," I admitted, feeling a wave of frustration wash over me. "But we need to find out." We decided to document everything we encountered, recording our observations and any anomalies. The more data we collected, the clearer it became that the box held secrets beyond our comprehension. As we continued our investigation into the black box, the atmosphere within the lunar module grew increasingly tense. Each new piece of data revealed more about the box, but also deepened the mystery surrounding its purpose. The recordings were fragmented and disjointed, echoing with a haunting quality that sent chills down my spine. They hinted at experiences and events that were far beyond our comprehension. Dr. Elaine Carter took the lead in analyzing the audio files. "Listen to this," she said one evening, her eyes wide with a mix of fear and fascination. As I leaned in, the strange sounds filled the small space of the module, voices whispering in an unknown language, punctuated by eerie mechanical noises. "What do you think they mean?" I asked, my heart racing. "They could be warnings or recordings of something catastrophic," she replied, her expression grave. "But we need to figure out what we're dealing with before we proceed further." Meanwhile, Jake, our engineer, had focused on the technological aspects of the box. He discovered that it was emitting low levels of radiation enough to cause concern, but not enough to trigger alarms. "This isn't just a simple container," he noted. "It's a highly advanced piece of technology. We have to understand how it works. If it's still active, it could pose a significant threat." The tension among our team started to fracture as we debated the next steps. Some members were eager to continue exploring the contents of the box, while others were increasingly wary of the possible consequences. What if we're unlocking something dangerous? We might not be prepared for what we find. Mia, our astrobiologist, cautioned. The conflict reached a boiling point during a heated discussion about whether to attempt to open the box. "We need to know what's inside," I argued passionately. "Ignoring it could lead to even more danger down the line." Elaine and Jake nodded in agreement, while Mia hesitated, her expression a mixture of fear and concern. In the midst of this turmoil, we received a distress signal from Earth, a warning about unusual energy fluctuations detected in the lunar region. The message sent shockwaves through our team. What had we awakened? The realization that we were not just dealing with an ancient artifact, but possibly something much more significant, brought our mission into a new light. As the main conflict unfolded, several subplots began to emerge, adding layers of complexity to our investigation. One subplot revolved around the personal dynamics within the team. Tensions were rising, particularly between Dr. Elaine Carter and Mia. While Elaine was determined to push forward and explore the box, Mia had become increasingly cautious, sensing the potential dangers that lay ahead. Sometimes, the pursuit of knowledge can blind us to the risks, Mia argued during one heated meeting. "We need to prioritize our safety over curiosity." This tension created an atmosphere of division. As the team members found themselves taking sides, another subplot involved Jake's growing obsession with the technology behind the box. As he delved deeper into the technical aspects, he began to isolate himself, spending hours in front of the control panel. If we can just unlock its secrets, we could revolutionize our understanding of not just the moon, but of energy itself, he exclaimed one night. His zeal was admirable but concerning, as it started to distance him from the rest of the team. Meanwhile, the mysterious energy fluctuations from Earth loomed in the background, hinting at a larger conspiracy at play. This subplot raised questions about the implications of our findings. Were we simply uncovering ancient knowledge, or were we tapping into something that should have remained buried? The more we explored the black box, the more we realized that our discoveries could have repercussions far beyond our lunar expedition, intertwining our fates with forces we could not fully comprehend. The turning point came in a moment of unexpected chaos. After days of exhausting research on the black box we had discovered on the moon, we finally managed to unlock its contents. Tension filled the air as we gathered around the control panel, our hearts racing with anticipation and fear. Dr. Elaine Carter, our lead scientist, initiated the decryption process, her fingers trembling slightly as she typed in the final command. The screen flickered to life, revealing a series of holographic images and audio recordings. As the first images materialized, they depicted strange, otherworldly landscapes filled with bizarre creatures and structures that seemed to defy the laws of physics. My breath caught in my throat as I absorbed the sights. This was not just evidence of an ancient civilization. It was something far more unsettling. Then the audio began to play. A cacophony of voices, layered and distorted, filled the room. Among the whispers, one voice stood out, clear and chilling. "We are not alone." The room fell silent, each of us processing the implications of what we had just heard. "Did you all hear that?" I asked, my voice barely above a whisper. "What does it mean?" Elaine's face was pale as she began to piece together the implications. "If this is a recording from an intelligent species, then we've stumbled upon something monumental. But it could also mean that we are not safe here." Just then, the lights flickered ominously, and the equipment began to hum with an unsettling intensity. "We need to shut it down," Jake shouted, panic evident in his voice. "Whatever this is, it could be unstable." As my heart raced, I felt a surge of dread wash over me. The energy from the box seemed to pulse with a life of its own, and I realized we had awakened something that could not be ignored. "We have to contain this," I asserted, but deep down, I understood that we were now entangled in a web of cosmic uncertainty that could lead to dire consequences. The fallout from our discovery was immediate and profound. After we managed to shut down the control panel and contain the energy emanating from the black box, we were left grappling with the implications of what we had witnessed. The audio recordings and images created a whirlwind of fear and disbelief. Among the team, Dr. Elaine Carter, once our guiding light, now wrestled with her own uncertainties. What if we've unleashed something beyond our control? What if we're being watched? Her fears echoed in the minds of everyone present, and doubt began to creep into our previously united front. The following days were filled with tension. We found ourselves constantly looking over our shoulders, convinced that we were being observed by forces we could not comprehend. Reports of malfunctions in our equipment began flooding in, adding to our growing paranoia. The facility felt alive, pulsating with a strange energy that seemed to respond to our fear. News of our findings leaked to the outside world, igniting a frenzy of speculation and conspiracy theories. Some hailed us as heroes for uncovering hidden truths, while others labeled us as reckless adventurers tampering with forces that should remain untouched. The attention from the media only intensified the pressure we felt, and our mission quickly became a battleground of public opinion. Faced with mounting scrutiny and an internal crisis, we realized that we needed to make a critical decision, confront the unknown, and seek further understanding of the black box, or retreat and risk losing the vital knowledge we had uncovered. The tension between exploration and safety hung heavily over us, and the future of our mission, and perhaps our very lives, depended on the path we chose. In the aftermath of our shocking discovery on the moon, the atmosphere within the lunar module shifted dramatically. What began as a routine mission had quickly morphed into an urgent quest for understanding. Our team, once brimming with curiosity and excitement, was now grappling with fear and uncertainty. The black box had opened a Pandora's box of questions, and the weight of what we had uncovered pressed heavily upon us. Dr. Elaine Carter, who had been instrumental in our investigations, emerged as a leader during this tumultuous time. "We cannot let fear define our mission," she asserted during a team meeting. "We have to push through this uncertainty and analyze the data we gathered from the black box. If we don't, we risk losing not only our chance to understand what we've found, but also the opportunity to contribute to human knowledge." Her words resonated deeply with the team, igniting a sense of resolve. We had come too far to turn back now. As we gathered around our equipment, I felt a renewed sense of purpose. Each member of the team took on specific tasks, driven by the understanding that our work could hold the key to understanding not only the black box, but also the nature of the universe itself. Jake, our engineer, took the lead on technical analysis, meticulously examining the systems we had brought with us to decipher the data. I watched as he pored over the readings, his concentration unwavering. Meanwhile, Mia, our astrobiologist, focused on the biological implications of what we had discovered. If there are remnants of life or technology connected to this box, we need to understand their significance, she said, her passion infectious. As we worked side by side, I observed a remarkable transformation within our group. The fear that had initially gripped us began to fade, replaced by a collective determination to uncover the truth. We were no longer just individuals pursuing our separate research interests. We had become a united front, driven by a shared mission to confront the unknown. Through this journey, I found myself growing personally as well. I learned to embrace uncertainty, understanding that the unknown could lead to extraordinary discoveries. With every analysis, every discussion, and every late night spent poring over data, I realized that our pursuit of knowledge was not just about answering questions, but about growing together as a team. As our investigation intensified, we realized that we were on the brink of something monumental. The data we had gathered from the black box hinted at a deeper mystery, one that could redefine our understanding of life beyond Earth. With each passing day, the urgency to uncover the truth became more pressing, and we knew it was time to prepare. For our next move, the team gathered in the control room, where we reviewed our findings and strategized our approach. "We need to establish a protocol for interacting with the box," Elaine proposed. "If it is indeed a conduit for otherworldly communication, we must be careful in how we proceed." I nodded in agreement, feeling the weight of responsibility on my shoulders. "We should set up a series of tests to gauge the box's reactions to various stimuli. This way, we can understand its thresholds and capabilities before attempting any deeper interaction." Jake stepped forward, enthusiasm lighting his features. "I can modify our equipment to monitor energy fluctuations and any potential changes in the box's behavior. We need to ensure we have the right safety measures in place," Mia added, and I'll start compiling research on similar phenomena. If there are any documented cases of interdimensional interactions, we should know about them. With our roles defined, we set to work. The atmosphere in the room shifted from one of apprehension to focused determination. We were no longer just a group of scientists. We had become a cohesive team, united by our desire to confront the unknown .as. We prepared for the upcoming tests. I couldn't shake the feeling that we were standing on the precipice of a great discovery. The anticipation was palpable, and with each passing moment, I felt the tension build. It was clear that the black box held secrets that could alter our understanding of existence itself. The night before our first set of tests, I found it difficult to sleep. Thoughts raced through my mind. What if we unleashed something we couldn't control? What if the knowledge we sought was too dangerous for humanity? But deep down, I knew that we had to proceed. The potential for discovery outweighed the fears. That gripped me. As dawn broke over the lunar landscape, illuminating the module with a soft glow, I gathered my team for one last briefing. Whatever happens today, we must remain vigilant and united, I said, my voice steady. We're explorers, and this is our moment to shine. Let's uncover the truth together. With our resolve strengthened, we prepared ourselves for the unexpected journey that lay ahead. As we stood in the control room, the atmosphere was thick with anticipation and dread. The black box we had retrieved from the lunar surface sat ominously in the center of the table, its surface cold and unyielding. After days of sleepless nights, we were finally ready to unveil its contents. Dr. Elaine Carter activated the interface, and the screen flickered to life, projecting a series of cryptic symbols and unsettling images. The first image depicted a series of celestial bodies in strange geometrical patterns, some resembling constellations, others completely alien. "What is this?" I muttered, feeling an uneasy chill creep down my spine. The symbols seemed to pulse with an energy that defied explanation, almost as if they were alive. As we continued to explore the data, a chilling audio recording began to play. Distorted voices filled the room, whispering in a language I couldn't understand. "Turn it off," Jake shouted, his face paling. But before Elaine could reach for the controls, the audio grew louder, and the voices became frantic, echoing. Warnings that sent shivers down our spines. "You should not have come here." Suddenly, the lights in the room flickered, and a violent tremor shook the facility. The black box emitted a blinding light, and we were engulfed in an intense energy field. I felt as if the very fabric of reality was warping around us. The walls of the control room vibrated, and I could hear the machinery groaning under the strain. "Get away from it," I yelled, but the energy was pulling us closer, as if the box itself was attempting to draw us in. I fought against the force, but it was too strong. In that critical moment, I realized that we had awakened something we didn't fully understand, a cosmic entity that could alter our perception of existence itself. I could see the fear mirrored in my colleagues' eyes as we grappled with the realization that our quest for knowledge might have unleashed something beyond our control. In the aftermath of the incident, we barely escaped the control room as chaos erupted around us. The portal had closed, but the experience left us forever changed. We had uncovered secrets that challenged our understanding of the universe, yet we had also glimpsed the terrifying potential of the unknown. Our team's bond grew stronger, united by the harrowing experience, but the fear of what we had unleashed lingered. We had to confront the reality that some mysteries were perhaps better left untouched. Months later, as I resumed my duties at NASA, the memory of that fateful encounter haunted me. The black box remained under lockdown, studied by only the highest authorities. I often wondered what else lay hidden in the cosmos, waiting to be discovered. The unknown was a double-edged sword capable of enlightening us or plunging us into darkness. Despite the risks, I knew that our quest for knowledge would continue, and I prepared myself for whatever the universe had in store. Are you intrigued by the mysteries of the universe? Join the conversation about the unknowns that lie beyond our understanding. Follow our research as we delve deeper into the cosmos, exploring phenomena that challenge our perceptions of reality. Support scientific exploration and advocate for transparency in research. Together, we can uncover the secrets of the universe while ensuring that we tread carefully on the path of discovery. Stay informed, stay curious, and never stop questioning what lies beyond the stars.